Hello everyone, ShadowFlow Capital here. Today we are stepping back from the noise to look at what's really happening in the market. Bitcoin, liquidity, institutional flows, and why hard assets are suddenly stealing the spotlight. No predictions, no drama, just context. So let's slow things down for a moment. Right now, Bitcoin is doing something that confuses a lot of people. Sentiment keeps getting worse. Headlines are loud. Timelines are emotional. But price keeps holding the same range. That combination matters. When markets are truly weak, price doesn't hold. It breaks. Instead, Bitcoin is chopping sideways, frustrating both bulls and bears. This kind of silly chop isn't new. Historically, it's how markets absorb supply. And supply has been coming in. So over the past months, large Bitcoin holders sold billions worth of Bitcoin after price crossed the 100K mark. In July alone, roughly 80,000 Bitcoin moved through Galaxy Digital. What's important isn't the selling itself, it's what happened next. That supply didn't crash the market, it was absorbed. ETFs, corporate treasuries, and long-term allocators stepped in and took it. That tells you demand didn't disappear, it shifted. Now, I need you to zoom out, my friend. At the same time Bitcoin is holding structure, hard assets are breaking out. Gold already made new highs. Silver just printed another all-time high, moving nearly 9% in a single day. That's not random. When capital moves aggressively into gold and silver, it usually signals macro uncertainty, not excitement. It's not people chasing upside, it's people protecting value. That doesn't mean digital assets are dead. It means capital is rotating based on fear, liquidity, and timing. So, what about Bitcoin? Well, it's not collapsing under that pressure. That divergence is key. Now, let's talk institutions. BlackRock, my friend, recently sold 242 million worth of Bitcoin and separately 75.4 million worth of Ethereum. On the surface, that doesn't sound bullish, right? And short term, it can create volatility. Yeah. But you need to know context matters. Large institutions don't sell because they are emotional. They rebalance, manage exposure, and adjust risk, especially near year-end and around macro events. So if distribution was aggressive, price wouldn't be holding, and liquidity would disappear. Instead, Bitcoin remains inside a higher time frame, ascending structure, rotating within its range, not breaking below it. This is why the comparison to 2021 need a lot of caution. Yes, visually there are similarities, rising channels, rejections near the top, sentiment turning bearish, while price holds. But let me tell you, my friend, similarity doesn't equal repetition. In 2021, structure broke. Today's structure is still intact. That's the difference. And right now, Bitcoin is sitting between two liquidity zones. Above price, there is heavy liquidity near 89, 90K. Below price, liquidity rests around 85, 86K. Price doesn't move on opinions. You need to know that. It moves toward liquidity. That's the environment we are in. Not euphoria, not panic, but just positioning. Also, markets don't bottom when everyone feels confident. They bottom when people get tired, bored, and unsure. And right now, this doesn't look like an ending. It looks like a preparation for something bigger. So we are watching absorption, rotation, and patience, not collapse. And that's where real moves usually start. So that was my analysis to the market condition right now. And now let's see where the real money is. As you know, meme coins. So as you know now, the weekend, there is not much movement, and the end of the year also affect the market and affect also the meme coins. But still, there is many opportunities that makes you have gained some money from it. I will show you just three results. First of all is Stake. Stake, Genesis discovered it in 44k and now went to 672k. That's a 15x. Those calls happening this morning. And Bob Genesis discovered it from 15k and it went to 382k. That's a 25x also. And another one, it's Pimp, from 124k until 2.7 million. Yeah, normally Genesis detect the calls in 15k, around 15k, 12k, sometimes to 18k. Few times you will see discovering calls, coins in the 100k mark. So 124k jump to 2.7k, that's a 21x. This is ShadowFlow Capital. Thanks for watching. See you next time.